Hi, this is Jan Stringer. Welcome to my daily download. Today's topic is on how to become a Zen master of closing sales. And I had this inspiration to share with you a visualization exercise that you can actually activate your ability to close sales more readily. And so as we get started, I'm going to show you a little bit of a PowerPoint, but I wanted to talk for a few minutes about how you can become more of a Zen master of closing sales. In fact, I want to explain to you my terminology there of what a Zen master of closing sales even looks like. To me, I discovered that after years and years of being in sales and having been trained in traditional closing techniques, that it all boils down to that sales is not about a technique after all. It's about a vibration. And so what I'm talking to you about today of being a Zen master is attuning your vibration to attract sales. And I've been speaking on how to attract customers for years and years and years. And so many of my clients say, well, it's great, I'm doing good at attracting people. And now how do I take it to the next step of having them become my client by signing my agreement or agreeing to my coaching program or whatever your offering is, whether it's a big deal. I've worked with clients who are closing multi-million-dollar deals. I've worked with clients that are closing their very first coaching client. So it works for all levels of sales and for everybody. It's all about your vibration, as I said. And so what we're doing in today's daily download is attuning your vibration to close sales. So think about it in this term, is that if we were reverse engineering your sale, in other words, the sale had already been done, you'd already built a relationship with that person, you'd already gone through all the proposal stages, you've already given your prices, you've already told about what you offer and all the details of that, and the agreement has been made and money has been exchanged. Deal's done. First appointment scheduled or implementation plan is in place, whatever it is for your business. That's all taken place. So that's where we're starting with our daily download today. So hold on just a minute. I'm going to set up our PowerPoint. So take a few minutes while I'm doing this just to breathe and relax. So here we are, just as I said, is our daily download for visualizing you being a Zen master of closing sales. And we want to do that now. In other words, as I said, we're setting up as if the sale had already been done. And so our visualization is seeing that that's happening in today's world, whether it's happened for you or not. You know, maybe you're visualizing being a Zen master of closing a multi-million-dollar contract, or maybe you're looking at closing your first sale in your business. Today's download is for you wherever you are. So in the law of attraction, what we've learned is that our thoughts are very, very important. In fact, one of the angel cards that I picked today, gosh, let me grab it. I just have to do this because it's so perfect. It says, every thought is an investment that pays immediate dividends. So invest wisely. You have the power to choose your thoughts and align them with love, peace, and harmony. At your request, we will gladly attune your energies to higher frequencies. And so that's what I want you to do today, is attune your frequency to a higher level so that your vibration is what starts to magnetically attract your perfect client. Okay. So here's what the setup for today is that in your daily download, I would like you to see yourself connecting with your large energy self, not your small one. You know, we think of ourselves that what we can see in the mirror is who we are, but truthfully, we're much, much larger than that. And so what I want you to do is close your eyes for a minute, and I'm going to turn off my video actually. And you'll just hear me talking for a few minutes. And if you will, just imagine that somebody has asked you the magic question of what do you do? How do you do it? And how much does that cost? Don't you love it when somebody asks you that? So as you're closing your eyes, I want you to connect in that you're with that perfect person that's asked you that question or those questions that shows they're very interested in doing business with you. And so in the setting that you're creating, you're painting this picture, these answers that you're going to be giving to yourself on painting this picture are as if the relationship has already been built and it's time to close a sale. An opportunity has presented itself and Zen Master, your inner Zen Master, has shown up. So see this experience and ask yourself, what's perfect for me? Is it perfect for me to be excited? I'm a little nervous. Is it excited? Is it perfect for me for them to be asking me these questions? Are we together? Are we on the phone? Is it through the computer? What's perfect for me? And next, how would I like it to go? In other words, would you like it to go in just a natural ebb and flow? It's just flowing back and forth between the two of you. A natural conversation is is pursuing with each other. Now describe this setting. Where are you? What do you need with you? Do you need a pen and paper? Do you need your laptop? Do you need your iPad? Do you need your brochure? Do you need a contract? And how are you feeling? And how does the other person feel? I presume there's going to be a mutual excitement, but there may also be a little bit of apprehension or nervousness, like sometimes in your stomach when you're taking a big step. It's big, and you may be feeling it, and the other person might be feeling that too, and that's okay. And what's the mood? The mood would be, I'd want it to be happy. I would want it to be safe. I would want it to be trusting. The two of you are making an agreement with one another. And what kind of materials do you have to give them? Are you going to give them a contract, a printed contract, a folder to put it in? Do you have everything online, and so you just go to a link online and you click, or they click? What are you going to do to give them the kind of materials that you feel would be a perfect way to close that sale? And so when the conversation starts and you recognize this is potential for closing a sale, how do you start the close? What do you say? What are the magic words that you want to say to them? So you may say something like, well, based on everything that I've shared with you today, do you think you're ready to go ahead? Or can you see the possibility of what would happen if you were to step into working with me? Can you see that possibility, and what would that be like for you? What are some posing questions that you might come up with to start the close? And these are things that you feel good about. And then what do you say to actually seal the deal? So you started the close, but how do you bring it to the final statement of exchanging money, where they give you the payment information for their credit card, or they give you a check? How do you get it to that place? What do you say to get there? One of the things that I've said in the past, I know it sounds very simple, but I would just ask them, so is that going to be Visa or MasterCard? And I've just asked them. And that lets them know it's time to make a payment. So how is your payment going to be received? Are you going to use a Square on your iPhone? Are you going to process that through your merchant account on your website? Are you going to accept payment through check or payment plan? How is payment received? And what does the other person say to you? Go ahead and script it. You can write the script now for what you want to hear from that other person. They might be saying to you, I'm so excited. Or they might be saying to you, when can we get started? They might be saying to you, I know somebody else that I'm going to talk to that I might be able to do this together. They would probably be a perfect client for you as well. So script it now. What would you want them to be saying? And be ready now with a response. How would you respond if somebody said that? And when is the agreement final? Like, in other words, has something been exchanged? I was a VP of sales for a year, and people would, for years, I should say, many years, and I would always say that a deal's not done until there's a payment received. So how are you going to finalize your agreement? Is it going to be with a contract? But just remember, if somebody says, I'll pay you next week, it's not a deal. It's a verbal agreement, but it's not a signed, sealed, delivered deal. So when it's all said and done, payment's been received, contracts have been signed, whatever you use to finalize an agreement, how do you feel? How do you feel in the heart? How do you feel in the solar plexus? How do you feel in your whole body, your face? And how do they look to you? When you look across at them, are they lit up? Are they excited? Are their eyes shining? Script it all out ahead of time. All right. So now just let all those questions go. And see yourself, I'm just closing my eyes now, and I invite you to do the same. And see your energy field opening to receive the people that you're meant to be serving. See it happening now. You have to see it to know that it can happen. And you have to see it in your own mind's eye, and you have to be able to receive it in your whole energy field. Some people like to smell it, feel it, see a color associated with it. Some people are more feely. I tell people I'm touchy-feely. I feel it in my body, where a good, solid win-win deal takes place is in a feeling for me in my body. How does it occur for you? See it happening now. And finally, to wrap up our visualization, declare who I'm going to be being now to close sales. This is a little bit of a trick question. I've got to not only see it in my mind's eye, in my energy field, I now step into the being of someone who is ready, able, and willing to close sales with my client. So I hope you enjoyed today's visualization and that it'll be useful for you. I know it's made a huge difference for me. Thank you so much.